It's been a very emotional couple of days, and I'm not really sure where to start. I am, yeah, I'm not sure where to start. Saturday was our big fundraiser for the food bank for Central and Northeast Missouri um, that I came up with I guess with Maislin's Games. They allowed me to host it there. It was my idea, but it would never have happened if they wouldn't have allowed me to post it there. And Saturday, was our big day. We went from 6 p.m. Saturday until noon on Sunday, 18 straight hours, and my goal was to raise $500 for the food bank. And for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been, really focusing on that and kind of hyper focusing. And then we get to Saturday morning, and I don't know. I was really struggling Saturday morning. I didn't want to do the fundraiser anymore. I didn't think anyone was going to come. I didn't think we were going to raise $500 between no one really ever. And when I say no one, I mean a large group of people never really showing up for me. And the weather we were getting, I thought this fundraiser was doomed. And then I get to Maislin's Games. I get there early and I start setting up. And then people started arriving. And more people started rising. And more people started rising. And then I realized is that we're going to smash that $500 goal. And then a new problem popped into my brain that we might not have enough promos. Because we ended up getting, throughout the entire event, 87 people. And at one time, we had 87 people come through the doors. It was insane. I never dreamt that it was going to be that big. And multiple times throughout the night, I almost cried. I was just in shock. I was also exhausted. But since then, I've been trying to figure some things out. And I don't know how to do it. And part of the reasons I don't know how to do it is because I'm scared. Because what happens if I put these thoughts into words, and then people hear those words and people reject me? I made a joke over the weekend when don't even remember how it came up, honestly, but I ended up for some reason I ended up saying, I'm just a whore. I will go anywhere as long as someone loves me. And I didn't realize how true that was. I don't know. It's hard. I know my partner loves me. I just don't think she loves me the way I need her to. And that's not saying anything bad about her. It's just how it is, and it hurts. And as I'm changing and learning who I am right now, it's really difficult because the little bit of affection that I get from her, I am so scared of saying something that would take that little bit of comfort I have away. I don't know. I've been spending a lot of time online with a group of people that I have started to become very close with. And they're furries. They're furries. And I really enjoy spending time with them. They make me happy, and I don't know, maybe. See, I'm conflicted because I've always been interested in that fandom, but it's also something that I never thought could be for me because, one, furries seem to be like people when they're I don't know, like my friend Malachi and Alex, and they're people that people seem to care for and love, and that's just never been me. You know, I have friends who care for me. I'm not going to deny that. I have my friend Carrie and her family who do care for me, but like that's not, I don't know. I hate to say it, but it's like they're the closest I've ever had to be having a real family. But even when I'm with them, I always am reminded that they're not my family. And so I've been spending a lot of time with the furries, and like I said, I was trying to say anyways, I've always been interested in the fandom. I've always been curious, and it's like the thought has always kind of been in the back of my mind. Maybe I am a furry, maybe I'm not a furry, I don't know. I don't know. And the more time I've spent with them, the more complicated it gets, because now I'm starting to think maybe I really am a furry, because so much of it seems so wonderful and amazing. But then I wonder if I'm only thinking that because I'm so desperate to belong to someone. I'm just so desperate for someone to want me. And I know furries they're not really popular with a lot of regular people. I didn't even tell my partner that I was thinking that maybe I was a furry. I just brought up furries in general, and her reaction was not good. And it really hurt. Because if I am actually a furry, she's going to reject me, and that's the only person I have that shows me even the littlest amount of affection. And I don't want to lose the little bit of comfort I have. Which kind of goes back to Saturday and having all these people there and seeing everybody having a good time because of something I did, something I created, something that I had done. And everybody was so appreciative and so thankful, and it made me feel good. It made me feel like maybe I'm not a complete utter waste of a human being. And as the night went through and I started realizing, our goal was $500 and we're going to smash it. Not only we're going to smash it, we're going to double it. No, we're going to triple it. No, we're going to quadruple it. We raised $2,500 plus. That's 5 times the amount. And I'm just... But then my mental health starts kicking in. It's like, if anybody else would have done this, would they have raised more? If Jeremy, the guy that sells Pokemon and Magic cards at Valhalla's Gate, if he would have done this, he could have made 5,000 easily. And I don't know if that's just my mental health trying to fuck with me or if that's legitimate. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm happy and proud of what we did. I'm still waiting for something to come up that says I fucked it up. I'm not gonna be honest with you. So today, the day after the event, I have to make some money. So for myself, not for the charity. And I decided to drive Uber. And of course it's fucking snowing like a motherfucker out there. And I end up driving this lady from Columbia to the Kansas City airport. And usually it's about 2.5 hour ride. I usually get that ride done in about 5 hours, there and back. This took almost like 8. And I get home and Cassie had made dinner, which I'm very thankful for because I was hungry and I ate, and I came in here and I worked out and I started DDP yoga again after not doing it for 5 months, 6 months, since the end of March. And I did that, and I did my shot, my testosterone shot, and I ate dinner, and I played Blood on the Clock Tower, like I do on Monday nights with my friend Malachi and her friends. And I just hear the way they talk to each other, and it's weird because like I'm so happy because there's so much love and kindness there, but I am also really jealous because usually it's not towards me, it's not aimed at me, it's other people. I'm there witnessing it, but it's like none of that affection, I guess, or camaraderie or love is really aimed towards me. And I often sometimes feel like someone who is just there and I'm just watching it, a group of friends have a great time, and I'm like the also there. And I just kind of wish that, I wish I was the center of attention for once. And I think that's one of the things about the fundraiser that made me feel so good is that for a good part of it, I was kind of the center of attention for a bit. I was calling the shots. I was running the show. I would be when I spoke, people listened. When I said it mattered. And I wish I felt like that more often. You know, I've always thought something and I've never really put it into words verbally, like out. I've thought it in here, but never out to here. And a thought that always runs through my mind is that I feel like I'm never gonna learn. I'm never gonna know what it's like to be truly loved. That I'm never gonna really know what it's like to have someone who wants to be with me, who wants my attention, who wants my affection, who wants to give affection, who wants to give attention. I'm never gonna have someone like that. And maybe I don't deserve it. It's what I tell myself. You're not good enough for that. You're not good enough for that attention. You're not good enough. You're not worthy enough. And I know my partner loves me. I have to tell myself that. But I do often wonder if they only love me because it's easier to do so than to admit that they actually don't. It's easier to be with me than it is to say, I don't want to be with you. They've settled for me because it's simple for their life. Because I can't even touch them without them getting upset. I can't kiss them or play with them or show affection without them telling me over and over again to leave them alone, to stop, to go away, to stop being annoying, to stop being a pest. I am so regularly rejected from them that sometimes I do things just to get them to tell me to go away, because if they tell me to go away, at least they're paying attention a little bit. And we've had the conversation about this before multiple times, and nothing ever changes. And I feel so trapped because they're the only one, man. The only one who has said that they loves me, who has shown even the smallest amount of willingness to be with me, even though they never want me to touch them. I don't know. maybe I'm saying too much. Maybe I'm sharing too much. Maybe all of the things that I'm telling you, I should be telling her again. Maybe I should just suck it up and just, look at the bright side. At least I have someone. Even though they don't provide what I need, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's basically the story of my life right now is I don't fucking know. I don't know who I am. I don't know how I'm going to be. I don't know how I'm becoming. I don't fucking know a goddamn thing about anything. And I'm just so fucking lost, and I'm so lonely. I'm so scared of losing the little bit of comfort that I have that I'm almost paralyzed. I just don't know. I guess that's it. This is Still Life with Luca.